Welcome, anime lily fans. How you guys doing? LegendDVash as always.
And the Manga Man.
And as you see from the title, see from the thumbnail, we're here to do Eden Zero, chapter 104, The Woman They Call Pirate. And we know from the last week's chapter, we left out with Elsie coming to aboard the ship because our grandfather betrayed his grandson. And you know what happens? He left the Sakura Cosmos, right? Or he just left the
He let them
area?
live, basically.
Yeah, in a way.
And they know they can't they can't fight against Elsie. They just decide to dip. And Elsie just decides to come in to help Shiki.
And then we found out that she's
Story.
and then we find out that she's part of oracion seis. So then it's information that me and Sam came up with a theory last week,
Like,
and
Six is just titles for the entire
correct.
cast.
So as Sam explained last week in his review slash theory, he said that it's like the Yonko, it's like the warlord, because not all the Yonko and warlord in One Piece are bad. It just depends what you use that title for. So let us know if you still guys agree with that concept if you guys saw last week's video. If not, let us know what you guys think about the idea is that the oracion seis in this series is not actually all bad. It's more of a title. It's more of a concept that you use. So let us know about that, guys. Additionally, about commenting about that, let us know what you guys think about chapter 104. Like the video as well if you guys like what you was entertained by us. Subscribe if you want more anime content. And press that bell notification every time we upload videos. Because we upload almost freaking goddamn day. On that, let's jump to 104. Nothing could ever beat this. Spa of Eden, my old friend. Soaking in a warm bath, gazing at the sea of stars. I could almost cry. Oh, wow. I hope you're happy demanding a bath the second you're aboard our ship. But why do I have to be here? That's true.
I mean, doesn't her own ship have a bath and stuff like that too?
We don't
Because
know.
we've never met in person, and naked bondage is the best way to build friendship. Yes, it does.
It does actually.
Besides, I see you increased your ranks. Elsie Crimson, being a warrior myself, I have heard of your fame. Might I request the favor of a duel? You know, it's been a while. Usually Homura would always ask to fight, to duel.
That is true.
It has been a long time. So here, if you
But
like,
also, yeah.
you are, and you accept the challenge. Like, ooh,
Are they about to fight but naked? Okay.
Yo,
That's an interesting one.
Look where the sword is like pointing.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Could you at least wait until we're out of the bath?
What's wrong? Don't you want to fight me? You want to stand in guard? Not necessary. This is just a dude, isn't it? In that case, have at you. Wait, what? She stuck with her. Wow, okay.
Her toe.
I can't wait for the fan art of those. If you guys find fan art, please at me at LegendDVash on Twitter. If you find that exact panel on page 5, at me on Twitter, because I want every single one of those.
What? She caught an ether blade with her toes? Okay. She's losing strength. She's losing the strength battle on this one.
And she literally flipped her to tumble around to the side and outside the pool. And Homura's like, shock, my sword.
Ooh,
and she's quick.
Directly. Yeah. Also get page 7 too. Fanfic.
Oh yeah, please.
When did you? She's just too good. I am defeated. Well, I've never seen anyone grovel nude before. Really? Really? You yourself have done this before. I swear, you've been this dude before.
That's right.
Homura was it? You're a good fighter. I need more training, but I shall be vigilant. Rebecca, would you like a duel as well? Not a chance.
She's like, nah, I'm good. The bath was perfect. If it isn't Shiki. Oh wow.
What are you doing in the changing room? How indecent. And he's looking more shocked and disappointed. I need you to tell me about Grandpa now. Calm down. Ziggy's not going anywhere. He did go somewhere hours ago. No, he didn't. This sea is connected to everywhere in the cosmos.
That's a nice panel too. Meeting room. It's good to see you, Shining Stars. Look at you, Elsie. You're huge. Yes, she's very huge. A pleasure to see you again, Lady Elsie. You all know each other. We made friends with Elsie when she was a little girl. All right, you said you met Ziggy on his way back from his quest to find Mother. I was a refuge made homeless by war. Aimlessly wandering the cosmos when a ship rescued me.
We were only together for a few weeks before we reached Grand Bell, but the ship's crew, Ziggy and the 4 Shining Stars, were the first family I ever knew. I'm sorry to hear about Valkyrie. Thank you.
Wow.
You were on the ship too, Shiki. You were just a baby. In fact, I even changed your diapers.
That's awkward, but funny as hell.
This sector, Ziggy took you in a space pod down to Grand Bell, leaving the ship to me. The last thing he said
Oh,
to me was that one day you would set out into space and he wanted me to give the ship to you. Huh.
all right. So that went exactly the way it went. All right. And we four shining stars went our separate ways. Elsie and Witch were the only ones left on board. Yes, we disguised the ship exterior and went into sleep mode. But Elsie was just a little girl back then, right? What did Ziggy leave the ship with you? Yes, I was, but a child. But even then, I was good enough to try and back. Wait, what?
I
You was
mean,
good.
if you think about it, it's just like Homura challenging her. I'm guessing Elsie challenged Valkyrie. Maybe you've lost to
Yeah, but therefore you
that's
didn't even
why.
challenge Valkyrie. Damn, you was good enough. Wow,
I feel
but
like
it
it's like
wasn't.
master like students in a way.
Maybe Elsie will be training Homura, but that'd be more for discussion later. But that's interesting though. But it wasn't just that Ziggy had seen the strength of Elsie's heart. He knew that if anyone would keep the promise, she would. But that's only the beginning of my lady legend. She can fight, but she can't operate a machine to save her life.
Mm.
That's me. That's why I
She
need Sam.
she never could get the hang of the ship's function. Eventually, she ran out of provisions. She stole from every port in the cosmos, and the next thing she knew, people were calling her a pirate. Booyah! Maybe not something to be so proud of. Yeah, I mean. Then 10 odd years later, you and I met again, Shiki. Okay. Something that about that story bugs me. What happened to the space pod Ziggy used to take Shiki to Grand Bell? If he had a space pod, then they didn't need that convoluted scam to get Shiki off the planet. I do have one possible explanation for that, but it is only a theory.
Sometime after disembarking on Granville, Lord Ziggy built Pino. Then Pino used a space pod to leave Granville. You think I took the pod? With your memories are damaged, we can't be sure, but it's a strong possibility. I see that Pino went to normal with Professor Wee's fixer and somehow ended up 50 years in the past. They're both questioning and everything. Don't worry, we'll fix your memories someday soon. Someday too. But back to Ziggy. After I gave the ship to Shiki, I went back to Grimble. I wanted to visit Secret Grave and tell him I kept my promise.
But when I was there, I sensed traces of ether coming from his body. It wasn't the ether that belonged to the Ziggy I knew. It was a dark, evil ether. It bothered
Okay.
me, so I used this fairy drone to secretly monitor his remains. Hi, a little fairy flyweight.
Let's go.
And that's how you show up at just the right time. It looks like almost like a plume, if you ask me,
Yeah, it's like a little
without the
miniature.
nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying you don't know what changed him either? No, I don't. But one thing is clear: that is not the old Ziggy.
All right. No, he was spotting some garbage about humankind. Peace between humans and droids was so important to him. My favorite heard what Ziggy said immediately after he awakened. I will play it. I will go see Mother. Okay. So he's gonna go see Mother.
Okay, so his original mission at least does not fade away. Does not mean it's missing. Miss Elsie, she's gone. Shiki.
I'm going after Ziggy. I owe him my life, and that's exactly why I have to stop him. If you're ready to do what must be done, then come with me to outer space. Master, yeah. Okay, guys, listen up. We're
We're gonna go after Grandpa too. If he's planning something evil, then I'm gonna be the one to stop him. Yeah, I have no objection. We can't just let him go around treating humans like the enemy. But our real goal is to find Mother. I know what I want to wish for now. I don't know if she can do it, but Grand Bell's a mess, and I want her to put it back the way it was. Oh wow, his planet, his home.
Oh my god, that is a mess. Wow, it really got destroyed.
Oh, that's a
We're
very
gonna
nice
see
panel.
and find Mother. That's a beautiful panel.
That's a beautiful
And
panel.
fellas, my
And the
man Shiki.
planets, the space, and the sakura flowers.
And for anybody that draws that panel as well, please send us that too. But I gotta say, a 6-pack of Shiki, I wish I had that right now. I like it. Sir, I must train. Yes, you should, Homura. So we basically have two goals. Double Moscow. But I will do whatever you ask, Lord Shiki. Yes, which this is starting to get interesting. I need new clothes for outer space. Okay, I guess. They look excited. Master, I can see it.
Dragonfall. Ooh, that looks very nice. Once we make it through there, we'll be outer space. Let's go.
That looks beautiful, though. Wow. End of the live reaction of chapter 104. Let's jump straight to a review of chapter 104 and let's bond together in a battle of nakedness and friendship. Right, Sam?
Yes, because everybody builds better friendship through skinship, I guess.
I gotta say, one thing is that Elsie's powerful. Not sure if it's her toes.
Physically strong.
Her toes are freaking powerful because she went, pew! She literally knocked that over, and that was freaking awesome.
I mean, we've watched Baki before. I mean, we've seen some more crazier shit and some toe
That
things in the
is
body in such a way. But I can
that
definitely
is very
tell
true.
Elsie is more of the strength type, but she's not smart. She's not exactly bright. She literally does not know how to control her own ship. And literally, the reason why she had the pirate title was because she'd been robbing food and rations from other ships. And then she's
But
just so happy about that.
I'm glad that we finally got that acknowledgement and backstory of her name, because that's what she has to crew for that reason. It's because she's powerful, she's strong, she's a good warrior, she's a fighter, she has a good honor. But she's honest. She's like, yeah, I don't know how to fight. I mean, I don't know how to steer no type of machines, but that's why I have a ship and my crewmates. So makes sense why she got the code name and title for pirate, but we did not get the backstory for why she had the title for Organ Seis. So I'm very curious about that. We never touched
I
that
still
little
think it's
thread.
more of the strength thing. Like she's just one of the type. Oricon 6 is a title of being one of the strongest within the entire galaxy in
That's
this
my guess too.
space. Because like I highly doubt like all the Oricon 6 together were a member, like a whole team, like their whole crew. I highly doubt that. That does not
Yeah,
mean
I don't I
not
don't think
exactly
it's
like how Yonkos they used to be a crew altogether, but I think this is just no. They just had these titles that to say that they are the strongest with the six in the
I agree. I
galaxy
agree.
world.
And we also find out that Elsie used to be on the ship from Eden Zero, and we find out that she was like
Homeless.
eh,
She
eh,
was saved by Ziggy and the crew,
correct, to the refuge, and she was also taking care of little boy Shiki and changed the diaper. Look at that. That was adorable.
and was
Also
also
weird.
given the responsibility to hold on to the ship for Shiki when he comes back or when he grows up, and
And
to have to also take care of Witch as
yeah,
well in a way.
so and it makes sense why the other three shining stars went into their own thing. And also Elsie paid respects for Vacker, so she knew what happened. She knew that she passed away, so rip for her. But we also find information that our girl Elsie had a feeling that this is not the right Ziggy. So this is not the correct person, the same person that they left the ship years ago. This is a person that must be probably have somebody take control, a darkness, a dark ether. Something is took Ziggy in a left turn, and Elsie knew about this, and that's why the first thing when he woke up was, I'm gonna see Mother. So, but last time we know is that they already saw Mother, but this has
No,
to be
they
a new
never
person.
reached Mother. They actually
Yeah,
never reached
yeah.
Mother.
Sorry, they never reached Mother, but they was on the venture heading to Mother, but they never got there. So
Yeah,
they
never
came
got
back.
there, but they found Shiki instead, and the whole everybody had to separate. And then
So
the theory was that the pod that put Ziggy and Shiki onto Grand Bell, that same pod had Pino in it, and then Ziggy put Pino into Blue Garden. Yeah, Blue Garden.
yeah,
Or,
no,
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 not Blue
no.
Garden.
It went to where Weez is. I
Reese
forgot
was,
the
yeah.
planet yet. But then somehow went back to 50 years to the past. But that's a theory that Elsie and the others have right now, but that's not confirmed. So, but I like how everything's fitting together, the story, the concept, and it's still
So
connecting back to Mother as the grander goal. And that's very beautiful. And we also can't forget to mention that beautiful panel spread in this chapter as well.
for sure. And like we still can't technically leave out the whole cat leaper theory too. Like because when we first thought that we saw Ziggy and Awaken and all that stuff like that, we all thought maybe it was maybe Rebecca's fault because she altered
It's
time with the cat leaper. But
it
it's still
still
not.
could
It's
be.
still. It still could be. It's still
It's
possible
still on the
chance.
table. It's still on the table. It's still not off the table. It's still
It
on the
could
table
be
because
very a long stretch theory, but it's still a possible
yeah,
theory.
because like if you guys have ever read the Flash comics or ever seen Back to the Future, whenever you change something from the past, there always will be a ripple effect to the future. So when
It
Rebecca
doesn't
went
have to
back to the
happen like
past,
now. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow, but it can happen later on.
like for example, what happened? for example, what happened with Rebecca, for her to save Shiki, maybe the counterfeit that her grandfather, that his grandfather turned evil or something. So we don't know or no confirmation, or probably we will never get it. So it's very interesting about that. But it's still an interesting theory on the table about that. Anything else to discuss or digest, Sam?
I think it was enough information to have from Elsie. And a little like I mean, get enough information though. Like within only spend that family for 2 weeks, but it's still considered family, which is
Oh yeah,
interestingly quick. Also being Elsie challenged Valkyrie the same way that Homura had challenged Elsie, like master
which
like student.
that's props to you. That's props to actually do something like that, even though you was fighting naked. That's me, Rebecca. I was Rebecca. I'm like, girls, at least put some panties and bra on if you're gonna fight. But no, they said butt naked. Let's fight now. I was like, okay,
I
cool.
mean, if Rebecca had if Rebecca can use her cat leaper abilities to fight, do you think that she might have a chance?
No, she even said it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
That's
One thing I'm curious. One thing I'm curious about this that we haven't discussed is that so Shiki, Weez, and the Four Shining Stars, Moscow, and everybody say yes. Let's all go. We have 2 goals now to save Grambo,
yeah,
Ziggy.
to beat up Ziggy and to
Yes,
find Mother to bring back
yeah, all
his
that.
home planet.
But 2 people still on the ship that never said anything and they have forgotten about is Jin and his sister. We saw them in the panel and Jin is still questioning it. So is he questioning about joining them? Is he questioning about staying on the ship? Because Sister Ivory is still helping Jin's sister and everything. So that's still questionable to know what's going to happen with that. Are they joining or are they going to leave in a bit? So I'm very curious about what's going to happen to them. I hope to stay. I want
They're
them
gonna
to stay.
most likely stay because I'm getting the whole Rave Master feel of the 2 dragon siblings that just somehow are following with the main character. Everything. I feel like those are the same. Jin and her sisters like the same kind of characters. They are. Like
I see that.
they'll support. They're just there for the ride, and they'll support when needed to, and eventually they're going to become friends with each other where they're kind of technically part of the crew and part of the family in a way. But at this time, I don't think any of the Eden Zero crew kind of like realize like, oh yeah, you're still here, like you're still in my ship. Oh yeah, that's right, you're just there to heal your sister and all that stuff like that. But anyway, I feel like they're going to build family with them, with Jin and the sister, because they can fight. It's not like
Oh
they're
yeah.
not able to fight, and
Both of them can fight.
yeah, they prove themselves and protect the Eden Zero, or to like help with their own goal or help supply it. Maybe they're somehow connecting. Maybe they're somehow connecting with the Eden Zero crew or something. We never know. Anything can
Yeah.
happen still. But I think this time is where we can open up a new arc now, because the last couple, maybe about a good last
5, 6 chapters
5
has been
to
going
6
on.
chapters
Because I
after
think
the
they
whole
started.
Jake and Joe thing. This
Yeah.
was a pretty good rest time of getting a lot more story build for this
Agree.
entire series. Now we're ready for a new arc for Eden Zero now.
Agree. So, guys, let us know what you guys think about chapter 104. Let us know in the comment section below what you guys think about it. Like the videos, guys. Appreciate to know that we entertain you. Me and Sam had a good time, so we hope you had a good time. Subscribe if you want more anime content of me, Sam, Ray, James, and the whole crew, and who else will be here with us. And press the button notification every time we upload a video, guys. Thank you very much, guys. See you next week for 105.
Let's go to the Grand Line. I mean, Dragonfall.